Hi, my name's Gerry, and I am a twin troller boat owner. Recently, a twin troller owner by the name of Jim contacted me and told me about a problem he has with his twin troller. I'm going to show you what his problem was so that you can check to make sure you don't have that same issue on your boat. So stay tuned. In the description below this video, there are links to most of the items used in many of my videos. They are there so you can locate them in case you are interested. These two photos I took of my trolling motor brackets that are under the twin troller. We have two of them. I took them to be able to show you what mine look like, because I don't have an issue with mine like Jim does. So look at these photos. You see two brackets, and there does not appear to be any issues with them. Now, how did I take these pictures? I didn't want to take the weed guard off underneath and disassemble parts of the boat. I took my smartphone, I reached up through the bracket, I took one of the pictures. On the other one, I went in through the weed guard, stuck it up, got it to the right angle, and then took some more pictures. If you zoom in on those, you can see the brackets fairly well. So don't forget to subscribe or give me a thumbs up. Click on the bell, share with your friends, or leave comments and questions below. I am trying to explain to you what you're seeing in Jim's photos. There are several here. It is the bracket that supports the trolling motors. There are two of them. He has a crack in a weld where the shaft that comes out of the motor goes through this aluminum bracket up, and it's affixed to the bottom of the twin troller. The shaft goes through, naturally wires go through and up to the upper part of the boat, eventually goes to the pedals, and that's how they're controlled, and that's how it gets its power. I don't have that problem, and I've had my boat for a number of years, but he does, and he did some repairs to his. You may want to look at yours to see if you have similar problems, because in his case, water got into those, eventually into his motors, and caused problems there. Now, I suspect very few people have this problem, because I have never heard anybody else talk about it. But it is a difficult place to see, so you could even have a problem and not know it. So I'm really just passing this on so that you can know enough to go look to see if you have an issue. And Jim writes, please examine your trolling motor brackets carefully, as both of mine were cracked where the post goes through the plate, letting water into the boat and into the motors. You will see a black line at the base of the shaft connecting to the base plate, with the rubber sealant oozing out, indicating the crack. The new brackets I had fabricated are made from 1/8 inch thick stainless with two supports to take forward and reverse stresses. I added a watertight fitting to the top inside portion of the shaft to prevent further issues with water condensation getting into the inside of the motors. Mine were completely rusted, and I was lucky to salvage the armature. These motors have been out of production for quite some time, and parts are not very easy to locate for repairs, as I found out when ordering new seals to completely ensure the motors would be watertight. I got the Twin Troller X10 motors all cleaned up and rebuilt with new seals and a bracket. I took it out fishing this weekend. It ran flawlessly and I caught many fish. I reopened the motors after 2 full days of fishing to inspect for leaks, and they were as dry as a popcorn fart. A complete success. I would add, to examine the inside of the motors and clean as necessary, there are videos on YouTube for this. At a minimum, replace the O-rings and bolt seals, which are actually a form of Teflon single-use crush washers, all for about $6. The bolts must be torqued to 40 to 50 pounds, inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. The bracket to the motor is tricky, and the motor shaft connection must be heated to release the glue for removal. All the internal parts should be removed prior to this to prevent damage. Follow Motor Guide's proper sealant for the shaft to the motor. Red Loctite 271. After thoroughly cleaning the shaft and motor threads. Cheers, Jim. I hope you found the video informative. If you did, please push that button subscribe. Below, push the bell. Share this with your friends. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And below, you can leave comments or questions and tell me whether or not you had the problem with your bracket also. Thanks for watching. Bye now.